Hello and welcome. In this lesson, we're going to talk about the different kinds of rate of change. In the previous lesson, we discussed about the basic concept of rate of change, and we agreed that the relationship between an independent variable and a dependent variable can be represented with a function in the form of y equals to f of x, where y is my dependent variable and x is my independent variable. And the study of a change in the dependent variable over a change in the independent variable is what we call the rate of change. Now, moving on to the kinds of rate of change, there are basically two different kinds of rate of change. Number one is what we call the average rate of change, and in short, I'm going to just denote it with AROC. Because I don't really want to write average rate of change, the whole thing every time. And number two is what we call instantaneous rate of change. And in short, we're going to call it IROC. So AROC and IROC, these are the two different kinds of rate of change that we're going to deal with. So let's first discuss about average rate of change. So for example, let me take a point A, and I tell you that we travel from point A to another point over here, which is called point B. And the whole journey from point A to point B takes me 10 seconds. And the whole distance from point A to point B would be, let's say, 500 meters. Now, if I ask you to find the rate of change over an interval of time, so for example, if I ask you to find the rate of change when the time was 3 seconds to 7 seconds, this is what we call rate of change, when we are finding the rate of change over an interval of time. And in the future lesson, we're going to learn how to find this average rate of change. But for now, just understand what the average rate of change is. So I'm just going to conclude it by saying that the average rate of change is the rate of change over an interval of time. On the other hand, instantaneous rate of change, IROC, is the rate of change at a specific instant. For example, if we take the same journey from point A to point B, and it takes me 10 seconds to travel the whole distance of 500 meters, and I ask you to find the rate of change at exactly t equals to 7 seconds. This is what I mean by instantaneous rate of change, when I ask you to find the rate of change at one specific instance. So in this case, our instant would be 7 seconds. And this is the basic difference between average rate of change and instantaneous rate of change. So average rate of change is the rate of change over an interval of time, and instantaneous rate of change is the rate of change at one specific instance. So I hope you guys are clear with this. If you guys still have any questions, please leave a comment below and I'll get back to you guys over there. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson.